Okay, folks, so the basics of the machine are all done. The gearbox is on that. I put it on a bench. It's all just about ready to be finished. All that's left is this end of the machine where the crossfeed goes. I wanted to talk about all this end one time here. I didn't cover the guide bar thing that goes here because I wanted to show you something. I just went over this with a little sandpaper wheel, cleaned that up a little bit, and got me a brand new guide bar, put some oil on it, and that baby slides in and out of there like nobody's business. Just beautiful. Very little effort to slide it. It slides smooth. Those two holes through the case were already pretty gosh darn straight when they made it. This hole here that the carriage slides in, when you're rebuilding, you got to pay special attention to this thing. Sometimes when people try and put the carriage in here, they can mar up this edge around here, and sometimes you can get chips and stuff like ground into there. If you have that problem, a regular universal flex hone, the cylinder hone, most auto shops have these. You can rent these. They're not expensive. You go in there and clean that hole up. You're basically you're just making it smooth again. You can do that on both sides. This is like perfect. I'm not going to mess with that all, other than dig out the old grease and put some fresh new grease in here. Now there's another aspect of this. That's this shoulder here. That's the limit on how far our crossfeed carriage can go out. When it runs off the end of there, the carriage drops down because it's not held by this bushing anymore. So that's as far as we could possibly go with our carriage. So when we set up our end casting, whether it be this or the gearbox one, we can't go past there no matter what we do. That's the limit of how far the carriage will go before it upsets the cut. Okay, so now that we got this machine all this way, all nice and perfect, we've gone through all the effort of making everything really, really nice. Why not take it to the next level? Refill this thing with grease. Keep in mind, these are machine surfaces. The edges, yeah, chances are you're going to get sliced. There's a big pocket of grease back in there. Big. Takes a couple of handfuls of grease. I like a nice soft grease in there. And if you have a 50 or 70-year-old machine, even if people have been greasing it all this time, that grease is dried out. If you're rebuilding it, yeah, please change the grease. Woohoo! All that gets greased up nice, cleaned up nice, packed with new grease. Everything will be copacetic. new grease on that feed screw all the way down. This carriage should slide nice and even. Lock that bad boy down. Make sure everything slides nice. Make sure these threads are lubed up good. And there we have it. I'm going to put a skidder bar on there for silencer purposes, but that's basically it. This baby runs smooth. It's fast. You can slow it down. So unbelievably slow that you'll be all day here cutting a mirror finish on a rotor. But hey, if that's what floats your boat, you could do it. The nice part I like is we could go out and then cut on our way back in. Okay, this is going to save everybody a whole bunch of time. Make your life a whole lot easier. I wouldn't recommend this if you're the person who answers the phone all the time, because you'll get distracted and forget. But if you're in a hurry and you want to get stuff done, I haven't seen anything that's going to be faster than this. And if you're going to go through all the effort of restoring your brake lathe so that it looks worthy of being in a really nice shop, why not make it not just look worthy of being in a nice shop, make it look like it would be a great addition to any shop, because it is. These old machines were great. They ran forever. With this, they'll be able to handle the big stuff for years to come. One last thing I have to do on this, and that is set the stop position, which is on the motor. I'll go through that, show everybody how that's done too. But that's specific to each machine. It's actually not that difficult, but you have to know how to set it up and what you're looking for in your machine. Most people want their machine to have the most travel on the way out as they can get. So we could set up the machine to maximize to the end of the bushing here. And to do that, we're going to have to set that switch in the appropriate place for the end of the feed screw and the shoulder. So we have a limit on how much travel we can get out of it, but I can put that travel as far out as the machine will allow. There's another upgrade that'll go even further, up to 20 inches. On some machines it might even go as much as 22 inches, which would be pretty impressive, but nobody needs that right now. Anyway, that's that. We're almost done.